The Timberwolves just keep selecting the maximum difficulty going into every single game, wanting to handicap themselves, having slow starts over and over, turnover problems irregular for this team. They trail by 16 points against the Oklahoma City Thunder at home in this one, who are the 2 seed in the Western Conference, now only 1 game back of the 1 seed, us, after their victory tonight. We would lose this one by 5, only put up 97 points at home. And we led by over 10 points in the fourth quarter, still end up losing this one after a horrendous fourth where we only made 3 shots and had 7 turnovers of our 21 total turnovers. Just given the ball over to the Thunder, they'd have plus 20 points against us in the turnover battle. 28 points off of our turnovers versus 8 off of theirs, and they'd only have 8 turnovers as well, because good teams take care of the ball. We're the 1 seed, and we are among the worst teams in the NBA in turnovers per game. It's us and then the worst teams in the NBA, and 21 turnovers is bad for the bad teams. So it's getting hard to understand, and most of the problems with this team, you feel like they're easy fixes, but they prop up in every loss. It's Karl Anthony Towns and Jaden McDaniels foul trouble. Both of those pop up again. McDaniels picks up a horrendous third foul against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, giving him 2 free throws, of which he'd have many. I can't remember the exact stats in this game. I'll put them up on screen. And that was 2 minutes before half. Jaden had just missed a tough shot, kind of a poor shot selection moment. Frustration foul on Shai while they're in the bonus to get his third foul. Karl Anthony Towns, just a minute 30 later, 30 seconds before the half ends, is like, hey, I like committing dumb fouls. I like putting myself in bad situations, and the rest of the team, let me bite on this pump fake. Pick up my third foul right before half. And he would foul out of this game as he jumped on 3 more pump fakes, or maybe 2 more, and then an offensive foul too, as is customary for Cat. Those are just getting really frustrating, especially in a game where Jaden McDaniels was really on point offensively. Big time threes early in the first half especially, and then in the second half we wouldn't get the same type of production. Also, his minutes were tampered with, as he would miss most of the third quarter with foul troubles, as he picked up his 4th foul very quickly on Shai, and we just didn't get to see him, only 27 minutes. Karl Anthony Towns, on the other hand, just didn't really have it on offense regardless of when he was on the court. 19-11, just 4 of 10. Didn't get a lot of shot attempts from either of the stars. I think it was 10 for Cat, maybe 11 for Anthony Edwards, who didn't have a particularly big offensive night either, not super involved. And usually kind of the steadying force that really helps us out with the turnover issues. You're like, at least this guy's not going to contribute to it. He's also going to knock down our wide open threes, and has been a stud for us all season long, is Mike Conley. Man, did he have an off night in this one. I'm not going to get too upset about it. They're very rare for Conley, but he made it count. 1 of 11 from the floor, 1 of 9 from 3. Also, I talked about last video, I'm like, we got to start calling him fourth quarter Conley. The 3-pointers in the clutch, they're always going down. He had a shot late in this one to put us ahead, I think with about 30 seconds left maybe. Missed a very big open 3 that could have sealed this, or not sealed this one, but put us ahead in clutch time that we were not good in. But even with all of these factors going horrendously wrong for the Timberwolves, also Gobert, 1 for 6 from the floor. He would really dominate the boards, 18 rebounds, but it seemed every time that he decided to go at Chet, you just knew that wasn't going to work, and they sure didn't. His biggest offensive contribution was like a karate chop that he did to Chet's chest that kind of cleared some space so Jaden could get a dunk on a putback. That play was kind of funny. But yeah, we had a lot of offensive dysfunction, which is kind of the normal for this team, it feels like. Like we put together maybe 10 minutes of good offensive basketball game, and we're still the 1 seed. Like, how? But we've all got all these enormous negatives and things going wrong. And this was a game that we could have put into overtime. Anthony Edwards gets 3 free throws while we're down by 3, and I think there was like 3.5 left on the clock. He misses the first one. You're thinking, hey, he just got to make the second one, and then we can try to get a putback and a layup. Overtime. Misses both of the free throws. And so then he has to miss the third one on purpose, go 0 for 3 from the line in that situation. Doesn't even hit the rim on his intentional miss, so no chance to do anything. But we were right there in a game where it felt like everything went wrong outside of Naz Reid. Oh, man, does this guy save us in a lot of scenarios. His jump shooting is getting so insane and helpful. Really enjoy and love watching Naz. It's just easy to cheer him doing anything at this point. Had 4 blocks in this game. Should have been 5. A very obvious clean block got called a goaltend. And the referees in this game were genuinely embarrassing. Just all around. You watch that game, you're like, all right, they got that wrong. They got that wrong. They got that wrong. They got that wrong. I think the first 3 fouls on Rudy Gobert were all complete bullshit. And they were just embarrassing. As I mentioned, that was the first word I used. Pitiful. Pitiful showing out of that crew of sucks. It was just a perfect storm of a lot of things going wrong that are typically the problems with this team. However, the Thunder have been kind of the ones to make that happen. They've won the last 2 of our 3 matchups of the season, but Thunder are incredible. They're my favorite team outside of the Timberwolves, and I predicted them to be the 2 seed for this season. So, yeah, they're damn good. And we can't have that many things go wrong and be good teams, which is why I try to harp on the turnover stuff and the little things each video. But, you know, not that in our world. We'll be okay. All right, I'm ending this. Bye.